Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Easter. Today is Easter Sunday. You have to excuse the occasional gust of wind. It's quite icy here. It's been a long time since I've made a video because of the situation that's going on in Ukraine. It's having an effect on how we live, especially the price hikes, which started way before the current conflict, which are being compounded by corporations using the situation to massively inflate their profits. We, as the lowly peons, are paying the price for this. But today is not some negative rant. It'd be far too easy. There's just way too many things I could bitch about at the moment. No, today is a positive message. First of all, I'm in the forest because I've been setting up my trail cam again. Last week, in my studio, I looked out the back French windows and I saw two wolves running past, 100, 200 foot away. And it takes a while for your brain to process what it's actually seeing. A few days later, I saw the same two wolves, I presume, running further up the hill. Now this is extremely rare. I haven't seen a wolf on the back hill for over a decade. And wolves, they have a really wide range of territory, 40 miles sometimes. So to see a pair of them twice in the same area in 1 week means there's a den with cubs. The fact they are so close to human habitation is unheard of. So I came to the forest, tracked which direction they've been going in, and put up a trail cam. As usual, it didn't pick up a wolf. I never seem to have luck with that. I baited the crossing of the stream with some ham, and as usual, it picked up the usual suspects: fox, marten, deer. But it's nice to be back in the forest again after a brutally long winter, especially now the flowers are coming out. Really beautiful. Today is Easter Sunday. If you're a Christian, this holds special significance. On Good Friday, Jesus sacrificed himself for humanity, and on the Monday he rises again. For Christians, Easter is all about self-sacrifice and charity. In many respects, it's far more important than the Christmas holidays. It's about doing things for other people and not doing things just for yourself. If you're a pagan, Easter is extremely important because it's the end of winter and it's the beginning of the new. It's the birth of new life and revitalization. Now, it doesn't matter what you believe in. We could take both of these messages and combine them. There's a lot of negativity at the moment. I'm personally extremely affected by it. Maybe in an empathic way or maybe just in a practical way. So many bad things getting hammered 24 hours a day into our heads. So maybe today, on Easter Sunday, we should take time to reflect on what we can do for others rather than focus on our own lives. It's about regrowth, rebirth, revitalization. We've had a long, brutal winter. I mean, it still hasn't finished here. At night, it's still below zero. We keep getting snow. even though the flowers are out. But spring is obviously here. Well, it's fighting for its position. We need to look at how we can begin anew. And how we can begin anew by helping others around us. Try and combine the two things together. What can you do for the people around you, for your loved ones, for society in general? We're not just here to be completely selfish. I promote self-reliance, but for me, a self-reliant individual helps build a strong society. Because it means you're not a parasite. It means you're capable of dealing with your own issues, so you can then help others with theirs. You can provide rather than take. And this is the foundation of any form of charity. Now be careful, because at the moment there's a lot of call for charity for certain issues, and you don't know where that money will go. Lots of the world's biggest charity organisations only contribute 1% of what they're given, their donations, to actual charity work. The rest goes on bureaucratic upkeep. So if you're going to do something charitable, perhaps do something more personal. You must know people in your environment who need help. And money is not always the answer. Sometimes just spend time with them. Speak to them. I used to have a friend years ago in the city of Prešov, and he was a very strong Christian, really believed in charity. And what he would do, he would go and find homeless people, take them into a shop, buy them bread, water, whatever, and give it to them. And they would always ask for money, and he'd say, no, I'm not giving you money, because you'll spend it on alcohol or drugs. But you're hungry, you're thirsty. I will give you bread, water, tinned meat, whatever. He chose the charity he gave. He knew what they needed and what they really didn't need. And this was his means of being charitable. He didn't broadcast the fact, it was just something he did. And it's very beautiful. Use this opportunity to rethink how you're going to rebirth yourself. In some ways, the best thing you can do is switch off the television or stop watching the internet. Because we now know the media is so utterly controlling our lives, it's not having a positive effect on our future. And at some point, we need to stop focusing on the present, which is what we're being hammered with, and start focusing on the future. Take some time, go into the forest, just sit. Listen to the creaking of the branches and the rustling of the dry leaves as the wind blows past, the trickling of the water in the stream, the bird song, the occasional angry squirrel. Look at the flowers, all the different colours. This week we've been eating an awful lot of wild garlic because it's that period. In fact, way too much wild garlic. When you go in the forest, the entire forest smells of it, of garlic. And it's incredible. It doesn't last very long, a week, 2 weeks max. But it gives it a whole new ambient. Take a break from what's being 1984'd into your head. I'm so sad that I keep listening to formally intelligent people repeating verbatim what they've been told on the news, or their fears of another crisis or pandemic. Or stop. We're only here on this beautiful earth for a short period. Try and focus on making it the best you can for yourself and for those around you. There are others out there who don't want you to enjoy it. They want to enjoy it themselves, and the only way they can do that is by causing you more and more distress and misery. Fuck 'em. Start living for you and those around you. Let's try and make 2022 a better year than we're being told already it will be. Let's start building for a tangential future to the one we're being programmed towards, because that is not a good direction. Just enjoy nature while you can.
Sausage, lentils, beans, medvedice snack, and
Wild garlic.
pork.
As always, be free.